Hey guys, this is Bharat for iGyaan, and this is our roundup of what's been happening in the world of technology. Yesterday on September 4th, we got a whole new list of things in the world of tech. Starting off with Sony. Sony launched the new Z1 Hanami, or the Z1 Hanami. It was called the Hanami now, but it's called the Xperia Z1 now. You also got a list of lenses, the QX10 and the QX100, amongst many other things, including audio, headphones, and a lot of new accessories from Sony. So exciting lineup of products from Sony. For Samsung, we got the Galaxy Note 3, the Galaxy Note 10.1 announcement, as well as the Samsung Galaxy Gear. So let's start off with the Galaxy Note 3, and we'll take it up from there. So the Galaxy Note 3 has a larger 5.7-inch display. It's actually a 5.64-inch display, but it's called as a 5.7-inch, just to round things off. What they've done is they've added a full HD display in this device this time around. It is still a Super AMOLED display, so that works. You do have a thinner bezel, the same size, slightly taller. You do have a larger 3200 mAh battery as well. The new S Pen has a lot of new features. You have a new action sort of menu, which lets you do a lot of new things. Instead of when you pull out the S Pen, you used to get a whole page of things. Now you just get a small menu wherever you point the pen. You can also select an area on the screen of your Galaxy Note 3 and open up an application within that area. You also have multi-window, which has been revised, so you get features that let you exchange information from one window to another, provided both windows have the similar application running. So this really works for Samsung because it is sort of like an innovation in terms of sharing data, multitasking. They've really pushed on that. What Samsung has also done with the Galaxy Note 3 is they've changed their build quality idea. So everyone's been talking about how Samsung uses a lot of plastic. What they've done is, instead of just leaving the back cover as plastic, they've added a sort of faux leather on the back with some stitching, sort of make it look a little more premium. People will really appreciate that. I can expect the Galaxy Note 3 to come into the market for about $700 to $800, or in India, expect it 50,000 rupees and above. So people will really like the fact that their device comes with a sort of leather finish, gives it that premium look. The S Pen has also been designed a little bit differently, so it's better to hold in the hand. So you get a lot of new features. The camera on the back does Ultra 4K recording. Now, the thing is that the Snapdragon chipset does the 4K recording. The octa-core Exynos does not do it. And in India, we're going to get the octa-core Exynos chipset, which will not do 4K recording. So it is sort of a disappointment, and we don't get an LTE version as well. So sort of disappointed with the fact that we don't get the Snapdragon 800, but we get the Exynos. We'll get you more details on the Note 3 as soon as possible. The other thing that Samsung launched was the Galaxy Gear. They're calling it a smartwatch. It's essentially a sort of conversation between your smartphone it's like a Bluetooth headset that you would wear on your ears, but it's in a watch fashion. You do get some features that allow you to move around information. You do have some apps that show up here. It's not essentially a smartwatch. It is not even a watch, because after every 25 hours it requires a charge. A watch essentially does not require a charge. They really put in a Super AMOLED display, which is a 1.63-inch Super AMOLED display with a 320 pixel resolution. So it will eat up a lot of battery. It's powered by an independent 800 megahertz processor. It does have its own RAM. You do have a 1.9 megapixel camera at the back of, actually in the front of the strap over here. So it allows you to secretly take some pictures. I don't really see this device doing really well. It's not been designed in a premium fashion. A lot of people who have fancy wristwatches won't want to replace their wristwatch with a Samsung Galaxy Watch or a Galaxy Gear. A lot of people who don't have use for it, essentially a Bluetooth headset, a conversation between your device, a quick window of sorts, something like the Sony smartwatch, which did okay. So Samsung will also sell a lot of these simply because it is a product that's come into the market, but I see the next version being a little more evolved if Samsung does continue to make these, I see the next version evolving a lot more. We'll probably see a lot of material options, probably exchangeable straps, different types of wristwatches, so probably a cheaper one and a more premium one, handcrafted, whatever. So you'll have to have a lot of options to choose a vast variety of people. Even with Google Glass, Google gave a lot of options. So with Samsung Galaxy Gear, Samsung will have to give at least 5 to 6 different options so that a person who buys an expensive Galaxy Gear, for example, feels that he replaced his expensive watch with a expensive smartwatch of sorts. Now there's another thing that I'm quite disappointed about is how Pranav Mistry came on stage and sort of announced the Galaxy Gear. I'm really not happy with the way he presented things. It could have been a lot better. So sort of upset when I was watching the presentation. The presentation lacked that sort of appeal. He was like all over the place. It could have been a lot better. Now, Sony announced the new Xperia Z1. It has a 5-inch Full HD display. You still have the slim design, but now what Sony has done is made a unibody aluminum shell around it, so it looks beautiful. It is also a lot more stronger than their previous Xperia devices. What they're actually boasting is the 20.1 megapixel camera with a G lens at the back. It is a BSI camera, and you do have those smart features that you saw on Nokia devices with the Pure View. So you can zoom in and click a picture without losing any sort of quality of the picture. Really nice. They're basically aiming it around the camera. It is a fully waterproof phone with IP58 certification. You do get the Snapdragon 800 chipset. There is no mention of 4K recording. Now, if the Galaxy Note 3 with a Snapdragon 800 can do 4K recording, then Sony Xperia Z1 with the Snapdragon 800 chipset along with their new lens and the sensor, I'm pretty sure that they can do 4K recording as well. It'll probably be activated in a software update, and if they don't do it, they're probably saving it up for the next version, probably the Xperia Z2, something like that. Let's see what they do with their new device. I'm anxious to get my hands on the Xperia Z1. Other specs of the Z1 include a 3000 milliamp hour battery, 16 gigabyte inbuilt storage, and 64 gigabyte expandability via micro SD cards. Sony's also launched the HDR MV1. It's called the music video recorder. It's the first generation of such a device. It marries a full HD recording camera along with superior audio quality microphones in the front. So for people like us, in fact, when we are doing blogging, when we are doing video blogging, it'll be a great device for musicians when they're recording audio, singing songs, etc. It'll be a fantastic device. It's supposed to go into the market for about $500 in the winter season in Q3 or in the Christmas time. Let's see what this device brings to the table. I'm really excited to check this product out. I think it'll be a great product especially for our use, where we can just carry it out and do videos when we are on the go somewhere. It'll be a fantastic product. It's tiny. It has 5 to 6 hours of video recording capability. You can pop in an SD card. Hopefully they'll build a series of accessories around this product if this starts to pick up. It seems like an exciting product even for a day-to-day user. Because of the advanced microphones, you won't need additional microphones. Audio is essentially the biggest problem when you're trying to create video, and Sony's sort of trying to remove that from the equation. Now, Sony also launched the QX100 and the QX10 lenses. These lenses attach to your smartphone via NFC and Wi-Fi. It can be any smartphone, Android or iOS, and it allows you to click pictures wirelessly. So you can hold the lens in one hand, your phone in another hand, use your phone as the viewfinder. The lenses don't have a viewfinder inbuilt into them, but they have everything else. So they are a fully functional camera. You do have a micro SD card slot in there. So you can put in a micro SD card slot. You can click pictures independently without your phone. But the phone can become a viewfinder. You also have a clip that attaches the lens to the phone itself, whether the QX10 or the QX100. Both these can be attached to whatever phone you're using, and it sort of becomes a point and shoot camera. Again, these are the first generation of lenses, and I feel that the QX100, which is comparable to the RX100 camera, which is one of the good cameras from Sony's stable, is slightly big, it's bulky, it's expensive. For $500, I can just put in another $100 and get the RX100 itself. So a lot of features that sort of miss out on this. Again, it's the first generation. Hopefully Sony develops this technology and we get something really unique, which is flat, which we can just snap on the back of our phones and make it a much better camera. It will be really useful for people who like to do a lot of photography like me. Just go out and just snap a real lens on the back of a camera and click some real good decent pictures. But we'll be back with more information on all these devices. Stay tuned for those. Samsung also announced the Galaxy Note 10.1. Again, it's an upgrade to their previous generation Galaxy devices. You get the new Note features, you get the new multi-window. A lot of great things happening with these products. We'll keep you updated, we'll keep you posted, we'll get you hands-on videos, so stay tuned for that. Any questions or queries, drop them in the comment section below. We'll try and cover them up in the next video. Do catch us on iGyaan.in for all the latest coverage, detailed coverage and specifications for all these devices. Visit iGyaan.in. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaan TV for iGyaan Networks. This has been Bharat Nagpal. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.